Hayao Miyazaki's Princess Mononoke is a cinematic masterpiece that has stood the test of time as one of the most influential animated films ever created. This film is widely regarded not just for its breathtaking animation and storytelling, but for its deep, complex themes it explores. At its core, Princess Mononoke is a work that resonates with audiences on many levels, offering a nuanced portrayal of the clash between human development and nature, the gray areas of morality, and the interconnection of all living things. Through its compelling characters, rich cultural symbolism, and thematic depth, Princess Mononoke achieves a rare kind of perfection that a few films can replicate. This essay will explore why Princess Mononoke is perfect.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Considering its animation, narrative structure, character development, and its philosophical and environmental themes. The first and perhaps most immediate striking aspect of Princess Mononoke is just its animation. As with many Studio Ghibli works, the visual presentation of the film is nothing short of extraordinary and breathtaking. Princess Mononoke stands as a testament to the artistry and dedication of Studio Ghibli, with Miyazaki's vision brought to life through painstaking hand-drawn animation. At a time when computer-generated imagery was becoming increasingly more popular, Miyazaki's commitment to traditional animation allowed the film to retain a unique, handcrafted quality that continues to awe audiences. The level of detail in the film's environments is remarkable, from lush forests to the deep, misty mountains to the industrial landscapes. The visuals in Princess Mononoke convey not only beauty, but also a sense of foreboding. The animation is a true expression of the film's themes, with nature being portrayed in all its power, mystery, and danger. The environments reflect the characters' relationships to the land, Ashitaka's harmonious connection with nature, the destruction brought on by the Iron Town's industrial ambitions, and the violence caused by the spirit of the forest. The creatures in Princess Mononoke are also stunningly crafted, blending mythological symbolism with a sense of naturalistic detail. From the boar god Okoto, whose fierce, destructive rage is rendered in a terrifying detail, to the small forest spirits that scurry around in the background, the characters, both human and non-human, are brought to life in ways that elevate the film to an artistic achievement. The juxtaposition of the natural world to the human-made world is most evident in the film's use of color and texture. The vibrant reds and the greens of the forest contrast sharply with the cold industrial grays and browns of Irontown, symbolizing the growing divide between humanity and nature. Beyond the visual splendor, Princess Mononoke is a narrative masterpiece. At the surface, it's a story about Ashitaka, a young warrior cursed by a boar demon, who sets off on a journey to find a cure. Along the way, he encounters a world on the brink of war. The forces of industrialization, led by Lady Eboshi, who seeks to exploit the land for its iron, and the spirits of nature, who are led by the wolf goddess, Moro, and her human daughter, San, or her quote-unquote human name, Princess Mononoke. The plot itself is simple, but the complexity arises from the rich layers of conflict, character motivations, and the exploration of ecological and moral questions. In my personal humble opinion, one of the film's most remarkable achievements is the depth and ambiguity of its characters. Ashitaka, while the protagonist, is not a traditional hero. He is a man torn between two opposing forces, the human desire for progress and the need to protect and preserve nature. His journey is one of inner conflict, and his struggle to reconcile these forces mirrors the broader conflict between industrialization and nature that the film explores. Ashitaka's kindness, compassion, and willingness to listen to all sides make him a character who embodies the complexity of the world in which he lives in. He is not the perfect hero by any means, nor does he solve all the problems. Instead, he seeks to mediate, understanding that no side is entirely right or wrong. Now let's shift over to the other main character, San the Wolf Girl. She is another multifaceted character. Her hatred for humans, especially Lady Eboshi, is understandable. She has been raised by wolves after being abandoned by her human parents. Her struggle is one of identity, torn between her animal side and her human side, as well as her desire to protect the forest from destruction. San's journey is both literal and metaphorical. She is a character who embodies the idea of rebellion, a figure who challenges the established order of society society, yet she is also a victim of it, as her upbringing makes her an outsider. Lady Eboshi, the film's antagonist, is an equally compelling figure. While she isn't opposed to nature, she does seek to industrialize it. Her motivations are grounded in pragmatism. She is trying to secure a better future for her people, particularly the marginalized women and lepers who work in Irontown. Eboshi is not a typical villain. Instead, she represents the destructive force of unchecked industrialization. Yet she also embodies hope for progress. Her moral and complexity make her more than just a simple antagonist. She is a product of the same forces that drive Ashitaka and San. Her character raises the question of whether human progress must always come at the cost of nature. The beauty of Princess Mononoke lies in its refusal to simplify its characters or central conflict. There are no clear good guys or bad guys. Each character represents a different aspect of humanity's relationship with nature, and each is forced to confront the consequences of their actions. This moral ambiguity is what gives the film the emotional depth and resonance. Making it a compelling narrative that encourages reflection and introspection. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of Princess Mononoke is its exploration of the relationship between humans and the environment. The film presents a world in which humanity's actions are causing irreversible damage to nature, and it raises profound questions about the cost of progress at the expense of animals. The conflict between Irontown and the forest spirits is symbolic of the larger ecological issues facing the world today: deforestation, pollution, and the exploitation of natural resources. The characters in the film are deeply connected to the natural world, yet they are all complicit in the harm being done to it. Ashitaka's curse, which is a literal manifestation of humanity's violent intrusion into nature, is a key symbol of the consequences of human actions. Throughout the film, characters like Eboshi and San reflect on the destructive impact humans have on the world, but they also grapple with the question of whether there is a way to coexist with nature, or whether humanity's very existence requires dominion over the natural world. In the film's title, Princess Mononoke refers to San, the Mononoke, or spirit of vengeance, but it's also a reflection on the film's broader theme: the destructive forces of human progress and the fragile, defensive focus of nature. The word Mononoke itself carries connotations of spirits or demons. It symbolizes both the natural world's fury and the wrath of the nature in response to human encroachment. The theme of environmental destruction is not simply a backdrop to the story. It is woven into the very fabric of the narrative, informing the motivations of every character and shaping the events of the plot. This gives the movie a sense of urgency and relevance, making it more than just a historical or mythological story. The film feels incredibly timely, even decades after its release, because the issues it addresses remain pressing concerns for modern society. Another reason why Princess Mononoke is often considered perfect is just its use of cultural symbolism and spirituality. The film is steeped in Japanese mythology and folklore, drawing in the rich traditions of Shintoism, animism, and Buddhist philosophy. The spirits and gods in the film represents the forces of nature, and the sacred forest and animals are seen as living beings with their own consciousness and will. The spiritual world in Princess Mononoke is not separate from the human world. It is integrated into the fabric of daily life, and its influence is felt by every character. The depiction of the Great Forest Spirit is a powerful example of the fusion of spirituality and nature. The forest spirit is a god of life and death, embodying both creation and destruction. It represents the delicate balance of the natural world and the interconnectedness of all life forms. Its death at the hands of human greed signals the collapse of this balance and the consequences of upsettling the natural order. The film also touches on themes of reincarnation and karma, key elements of Buddhist thought. Ashitaka's curse, which is tied to the boar demon's rage, is a manifestation of the karmic cycle. The actions of the past continue to affect the present. The film suggests that only by recognizing and understanding the cycle and by working towards healing and reconciliation can one hope to move forward. In conclusion, Princess Mononoke is a film that achieves perfection not only through its visual beauty and stunning animation, but also through its complex, morally ambiguous characters, its exploration of timely ecological themes, and its deep cultural and spiritual resonance. It is a film that does not shy away from the difficult questions, offering no easy answers, but instead encouraging the viewer to reflect on their relationship with the natural world and their responsibility to it. Through its rich narrative and compelling characters, Princess Mononoke remains a timeless work of art that continues to inspire and challenge audiences around the world. Its perfection lies in its ability to balance artistry with philosophy, beauty with depth, and most importantly, entertainment with profound meaning. It is, without a doubt, one of the greatest animated films ever made.